Hi, I'm Seth Fineberg of Accountants Forward. I wanted to talk to you really briefly today about one of the key trends facing our profession. In fact, it is kind of hard to call it a trend when it is, in fact, a pretty major issue, and that is attracting and retaining talent. Now, we've all heard about the numbers declining of new accountants, CPAs in particular, coming into the profession. Some people may be getting accounting degrees, but maybe not going into accounting. And really, the workforce for accounting is getting lower, while the work remains the same, if not higher. So, who's around to do the work? Now, some people might say, "Oh, well, AI is going to be doing all of that work." But the bottom line is, and that's a whole separate discussion. But the bottom line is, you as firm leader, or perhaps working in a firm as well, maybe you're a senior member of a firm, you realize that work still has to get done, and you do want and need talent to come into the profession, train them to work with some of the new tools, and hopefully really see this great profession, move forward, which is one of the things that I advocate for, of course. So a couple of the key things to attracting and retaining talent. First and foremost is putting people first, really allowing them to work within reason how they want to, meeting people where they are. And I'm not saying, it needs to be, have total flexibility, but have some flexibility built into the, just the culture of your firm. Now, I know the general trend right now seems to be, more people, returning back to the office, or even some mandates saying, you have to work in the office X amount of days, per week. That's all well and good if, again, there is some flexibility sort of built in. So people wanting to come into accounting just see it a certain way. They see this as a profession that is, generally overworked, generally underpaid, and it's just not really attractive. So it's one of the key points I see in attracting and retaining talent. One of the narratives, and I think it's somewhat of a false narrative, to attracting, getting new talent and getting people to kind of, stay in their profession is, by, telling a better story. Accounting needs to tell a better story. Well, I think that is partially right, but realistically, accounting needs a better story to tell. And that means it has to be one where there is some work flexibility there. There is also, more kind of alignment with compensation models and firm goals, meaning it's not just, okay, yes, out of the gate, there should be, some more comparable pay. You shouldn't have to wait 8 or 10 years before you're seeing some, significant level of compensation for being in the service field. There's other comparable fields where you're just not seeing, the pay necessarily as low on average as as entry and even sort of junior and up and coming levels of accounting. So putting people first, aligning firm goals and and compensation models, just kind of better pay, and then also having the right technology, really leaning more, I think, into tech, being either a tech forward or a tech first type of firm these days really goes a long way in kind of keeping your talent there. And it also helps to kind of having that better story to tell, which is you're doing work that you want to do, you have the flexibility, you're getting things done, you're more connected with your peers, and you're getting paid on a level that even at the entry level, it still kind of respects that you've gone through some training, you've gone through some education. Being an accountant obviously is not easy. It is a career of choice. And, I have nothing but utmost respect for anyone who kind of enters the field because they want to help. This is definitely a field where, you're putting other people first, but you also have to think about your own career path as well. That's just my 2 cents on attracting and retaining talent. Hope you find it informative.